If we look at our schedule lately, we are kind of on a little bit of a hot streak. It's pretty inconsistent. It's back and forth, back and forth. We are currently the 10th best team in the East, and if we go based on the league overall, we are sitting at 20th. So not great. We're several games below 500, and I think in this episode, we're going to probably just, I usually like to just quick sim game over game and see how we do, but I'm just going to go to the All-Star game. I don't think there's any point in waiting around at this moment, at this juncture, because it's pretty clear for us that we're not really contending extremely well, as Trae Young is selected as a starter in the All-Star game with the stats of 28.5, 3.5, and 14 assists per game. So very insane. Also, I have adjusted some likeness for some different players, and I feel like Trae Young's likeness, and you guys can disagree with it if you want. And I don't really care if you disagree, because I'm going to change it and keep it this way anyway. I like this hair is a little bit more wild. He's got pretty weird, kind of crazy hair, and then he's been rocking a little bit of like a more goatee look. It's a little bit more like disheveled, but that's what I'm going to be rocking with for Trae Young's look. AJ Griffin, close to reaching his potential at this point, upgrade his inside, and then Jordan Hawkins has a chance to upgrade his mid-range twice, probably more valuable than upgrading his three-pointers. That was a huge upgrade for him. And then Dalton Connect in the starting lineup will upgrade his ability to stretch the floor, upgrade the distribution because he has not been getting any assists, and just slowly chipping away at his overall ability, especially since he's in the starting lineup. That's something that we need to continue to work on, is his skills. He's not very good. Right now we are not looking great. But yeah, I'm just kind of hoping to get through the end of the season, get to the playoffs or the play-in potentially, get a couple more upgrades for some of our better players. And if we look at the minute distribution overall, I still like the way it looks. Maybe I will take another minute away from Kobe Buffkin and throw it towards Hawkins, because he has definitely a very impressive three-pointer and just shooting overall. So he's actually going to kind of jump AJ Griffin and become our sort of six-man. It's not really like a defined role, but we could have probably stood to move away from AJ Griffin at the trade deadline, but I don't really know how much value he has. Same with Bruno Fernando. I feel like this is a game we probably need to win if we're going to have a chance to get into the play-in. So I'm going to go ahead and live sim this matchup, and we'll get to the fourth quarter, and we'll hopefully be able to finish off strong. Nick Claxton wide open, and he just misses a dunk. Why are you out of bounds? Okay, we're going to end up losing this game because I don't even know why. I don't really feel like anything I've done so far is my fault, but you know what? Here we are, down by 7 when we were just down by 3. Dalton Connect needs to play good defense. The last episode was kind of, orchestrated around him and his he was having a little bit of a breakout. He had a 20-point game. Why are we fucking fouling? It's just, things are just happening to me. I feel like that quite a bit in this game overall. How do you have the... Go ahead. Just get away from me. Just get away. Trae Young has also been a lot more in the rumors of potentially being traded this offseason. It seemed a lot less likely that he would be the one to go, but that's the way it appears. As Trae Young, I can't shoot the ball. Can I maybe just knock down a shot? It's off. We lost the game. Minute and a half left. Brandon Ingram trying to play defense on Chris Middleton. We're getting boxed out by fucking Damian Lillard, and the shot is off. Okay. Down by 9 points here. Brooke Lopez rocking the balding mullet. Pretty crazy stuff. Brandon Ingram wide open. Knock that down. Thank you. Down by 6 points. Trae Young, don't help me. Brandon Ingram, don't help me. You need to stay down low. That's exactly why. From deep, maybe he can knock that down. I don't know if that's too far away. He rattles it in. Okay, limitless range. It's a 5-point game. I was very morbid about this, the way that it's been going so far. Stop helping me out, and Giannis just fucking literally jumped over Jalen Johnson. Dalton Connect, maybe knock down a 3. Malik Beasley playing some pretty bad defense. Oh, we got the rebound. Nice job. Jalen Johnson tries to get inside. It rolls in and out. He's got another one. The reverse slam. 17 and 11. It's a 5-point game, 40 seconds left. We've got to play good. Stop trying to help me out. I know it looks like I'm struggling, I am. Nick Claxton gets a nice block. We're going down the court here. Come on, Brandon Ingram. Maybe drive inside. Nice. Nobody's going to try to block. It's a 3-point game. Do we foul? We definitely don't foul Damian Lillard if we do foul. Dalton Connect. She shoots the 3. Oh, my God. That might be a dagger. That might be the dagger. We need to sprint down the court. I'm going to need to pull this up quick, early. Trae Young, got to knock it down. Got to knock it down. Foul. I'm ready to just get the season over. This is not the season for us. I don't even know if we'll make the play-in, and that might actually be better for us as we finish 40 and 42. So actually a pretty strong finish, relatively speaking. Jordan Hawkins is clear to come back. And we have season stats. We have upgrades available for players. Nick Claxton can upgrade his blocking ability close to 10 at this point at 9.5. And then Dalton Connect Upgrade his free throws twice. I know it seems like a stupid upgrade, but I mean, they're both really cheap, all the upgrades. When they're only +1, you can do more. That's just how it works. So we'll go ahead and look at the season stats overall. I didn't really know how far I wanted to go into this episode for the season, but looking at the stats, Trae Young, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 14.5 assists. Very good. He should have won. He should have been elected for an All-Star game last year. He wasn't. Dalton Knecht in his rookie season, 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 0 assists. Literally no assists at all. I don't know. Brandon Ingram, 23, 5 and 5. I like that overall. His addition to the team didn't really prove to help us out as far as wins go. He had a 39-point game at one point. Trae Young had a 58-point game, and his assists, he had 22 assists at one point. Jalen Johnson, 16.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, 2 assists. Is this better than last year? Points-wise, last year he was better. Steals, he's up. Blocking, he's down. Assists, he's down. And rebounds, he's down. So I guess he played way more minutes last year than he did this year, but Nick Claxton, coming from the Brooklyn Nets, had a little bit better stats across the board as far as offensively, but defensively, not as much. I guess I should say he didn't have as many rebounds, but very similar minutes. Jordan Hawkins, 7.5 points off the bench. AJ Griffin, in 10 minutes, scored 10 points. That's a good percentage. That's a very efficient. Donovan Clingan, 5 points, 5 rebounds off the bench. Kobe Buffkin was fine as the backup point guard, and Tijan Salon didn't get very many minutes. Only averaged 5 minutes per game. Bruno Fernando, not really getting involved much, mainly just from injuries and whatnot. But yeah, overall, team ranking-wise, offense and defense is absolutely terrible. But I think that's mainly just because we have Tijan Salon getting minutes. But we are going to distribute the starting minutes as such. We are running a 9-man rotation, and we go from 30th to 26th. So it's not much better as far as our overall outlook for the season. We get into the play-in before we end up going to, we are the 8th seed too. That's actually a lot higher than I thought, but we're going to get into the awards. First things first, we'll go ahead and hop into the play-in. We take on the Heat. Jimmy Butler, let's see, we got Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. It's just the power of friendship and the Heat just doing Heat-like things, as I think the matchups are probably fine. I am going to have Dalton Knecht starting in the starting lineup. He's been starting all season. He's probably going to end up winning Rookie of the Year. We'll go ahead and live sim this matchup, and I'd like to make the playoffs, because if we can make the playoffs, if we can actually get into the real playoffs, as we are dominating the Heat, I don't even know if we need to hop into this matchup. We're already at 87 points in the first half. That might be one of the craziest high scores I've ever seen in Hoopland, period. Like, for just a regular-ass team, as they're fighting back a little bit. We're not really figuring out how to score in the third quarter. We're going to win still, but I don't know. Pretty good performance overall, if I do say so myself. Dominating the Heat. And we win 151 to 122. Trae Young drops 45 points and 12 assists. We get into the playoffs, so that's pretty huge, especially considering the fact that this team was awful last year. And the Heat, let's see if the Heat can actually make it in, or if they're going to get knocked out. They get knocked out. Jimmy Butler, in his 34 or 35 age season, goes out to the Indiana Pacers, and the Kings also get eliminated as the 7th seed from the Lakers. So get into the awards. Rookie of the Year is Dalton Knecht. Usually that's the case because rookies are pretty much, nerfed quite a bit, but if you're starting, you're pretty good to make Rookie of the Year. So that's pretty good for us. I mean, we get Rookie of the Year in Dalton Knecht. Malcolm Brogdon wins 6-man. Most improved goes to Jonathan Kuminga. Luka Doncic is your scoring champion. Evan Mobley rebounding. Assist leader goes to Trae Young. OG for steals. Evan Mobley for blocks. And I think he's going to win DPOY, and he does in his, I guess, his junior season, as his 3rd season, and Luka wins MVP. Probably just because they had such a high seeding. They ended up passing up the Thunder by quite a bit and end up going 61-21 with this team. It's Luka, Kyrie, Tim Hardaway, PJ, and Derek Lively with a very solid bench. They got Josh Giddey and KCP as well. God, that does not look like a fun team to go against. Stephon Castle and Dylan Jones. We are taking on the New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson, who is awful to play against. He is like the most slippery, annoying player. He spins around like crazy. He's basically unguardable. Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Bogey in the starting role, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. I suppose nothing too eventful has really happened in this episode, so I think we're going to go ahead and go through the first round. So we're in Madison Square Garden. We're going to quick sim game 1, and we lose to the Knicks by 5 points. It's expected. It's expected. They're trying to defend home court. It is what it is. Now we go on to game 2. Again, in Madison Square Garden. Can we get a win? We do. 137 to 129. Trae Young, 36 and 17. Box score overall for the team. Dalton Knecht had 24 points. The whole starting offense had really good output. And then AJ Griffin had 13 points off the bench. Not a lot of production from their bench overall. It was mainly just carried by their starters. And Mitchell Robinson, 8 points. I know he's not really much of a scorer, but, you got to do better than that. We steal a game in New York. That's actually huge. If I look at the box score from game number 1, Dalton Knecht 12 points, a little bit better scoring output from our bench. AJ Griffin trying to vie for a starting role. He's putting up good points off the bench. On to game 3, tied up here. It's a 1-1 series, really anybody's ball game here. And we are going to actually, play the beginning of this game. Home crowd going absolutely bananas. I want to play the beginning because I want to get this team off to the right start, especially with our starters in. The tip-off goes to the Knicks, and we are going to have to play some good defense. Oh, nice hands first off by Brandon Ingram, just knocking the ball around. As Bogey is just too old for Brandon Ingram, and the first play of the offensive series for the Atlanta Hawks is a poster on OG Anunoby, kind of giving him back his own medicine as, oh my God, Jalen Brunson drops Trae Young and knocks down a 3. He's going to be a tough guard. I told you, he's going to be an annoying player to guard against. Pick and roll, 1 through 4. Nice job. Trae Young gets inside. Just an easy floater. Easy floater. Get the offense moving. Stay in the grill here of the New York Knicks. Jalen Johnson, get back down. Jalen Brunson's just so hard to guard. And this is going to be the matchup to take advantage of. Brandon Ingram sits down Bogey again. And this is going to definitely be, like I said, our biggest issue is trying to figure out how to guard. Oh, we got really lucky there. How to guard Jalen Brunson. Do we pressure? Do we double? I don't really know exactly what to do. And, oh my God, Nick Claxton attacking the paint so far. Dalton Knecht down low. Can we manage to maybe get a shot on OG Anunoby? It's a crafty finish, and it rolls in. Decent job overall, and we're forcing the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hand as we get a nice block as well. We're in transition, and nobody's going to stop Brandon Ingram with a full head of steam going down the court. Now we're up by 3 early in this ball game. And I like the way that looks. We keep getting the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hand, and that is not the shot you want. They are just settling for something that's not looking good. Brandon Ingram getting hot. He sits Bojan Bogdanovic down again, and the shot is off, but we get the offensive rebound. It's Trae Young. It's Jalen Johnson. Can he knock down the 3? It's Brandon Ingram, unguarded, just gets the rebound. Another shot. We get another offensive. Oh, my God, we turned it over. I was going to say we had 4 offensive rebounds. Please don't let them score off of this. What? I wasn't trying to push him over. I was just trying to switch on. Not really getting guarded right now. He's managed to put a nice move. That's a crazy finish. The little transition, he switches hands. Trae Young, can I switch on to Trae Young? Oh my God, he got a block. I cannot believe it. Trae Young's little ass got a block. So 4-on-3 pick and roll. Julius Randle backpedaling. No defense whatsoever. I mean, we know that's not really his game, but Brandon Ingram through the first quarter has 8 points. Oh, OG Anunoby's starting to get a little bit cold. He's starting to get a little icy. And not like Trae Young icy. I mean, he's just dribbling the hell out of this ball. Yes, Jordan Hawkins does hit the dirt, but you know what? It's okay. He hits the dirt again. Trae Young getting... He missed the dunk. Trae Young actually put his body in front. I was literally just so devastated because I thought that he was going to make that dunk. Obviously, you'd expect somebody to not miss a dunk. New York's calling a timeout. Almost 100-78 now it is. Up by 20-plus points. We should be able to get out of Game 3 with a win. Defend home court for Game number 1. And I think that our, pretty hot start definitely contributed to us being able to get out of there. And Jalen Brunson drops 41. Brandon Ingram, on the other hand, drops 30 and 11. I think he had a great game in the beginning of this matchup. He was able to put up like 8 or 10 points halfway through the first quarter, and he got to start off on the right foot. Now we go back to Atlanta again for game number 4, and we're going to rock the white jerseys. We're going to give them the black ones, and we are going to hop into this matchup. We'll actually live sim this one in the fourth quarter, however, and I do want to just play a little bit, regardless of whether we're winning or losing. Up by 15 here. The odds of them being able to come back against me are actually relatively high. I don't want Jalen Johnson to over-dribble the hell out of his ball. Dalton Knecht, the rookie, shoots the 3. He misses it. We get the rebound from Nick Claxton. He puts it back in. I have to draw a quick play. Nope, this is not going to work. Oh my God, Jalen. This is almost like a fake dribble handoff. It looked like he was going to try to give it to Trae Young, and he just drove inside. I kind of like what was going on there, even though it wasn't really drawn up. And Trae Young got some quick hands, and he's sitting on the fucking ground. Okay. Jalen Johnson just rebound the ball. Of course it goes in. I mean, if we just run around the court, at some point the clock's got to run out, right? Trae Young, maybe draw some contact. Oh my God, his hands actually managed to stop the ball from rolling through, and we're going to be able to dribble this ball out. Go inside. I don't even want to score. Don't even want to score. You love to see the Atlanta Hawks taking is it now a 3-1 lead on the Knicks in the first round. We defend our home court. We take a 3-1 lead. Go back to Madison Square Garden for a potential closeout game. And I am going to quick sim this matchup. And we actually won. Oh my God. The number 2 seed in the East, the New York Knicks. I don't think I really intervened that much. I don't think I really had too much say in that win or loss for the entire series. Trae Young, 20 assists. And I don't know if it's just a lack of bench for their team. I mean, after Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo, it's Bol, Miles McBride, and it's some rookies. Maybe they just didn't have the bench. They just didn't have the depth overall. They've got Bol playing 10 minutes, which again is equivalent to 20 minutes in real life, and they just ran out of steam. I think our team was poised for a longer, battle of attrition. And we got some good scores overall. I love the fact that we were able to get out of there in just 5 games. Everyone's going to be healthy. I mean, everyone's healthy. It looks good for the most part as far as their status. Boston Celtics and Pacers are tied 2-2. Orlando's up 3-1. 2-2 for the Bucks and Sixers. 2-2 for the Thunder. Who is going to make it a Game 7 series? Boston ends up taking care of business in Indiana, and Denver ends up fighting back and forth, and Minnesota is going to even up the series. Same with Dallas. If Dallas can get eliminated, that would be huge. Same with Boston. We're going to go ahead and actually just quick sim game by game. So Boston does take care of Indiana in 7. Denver against Minnesota. Denver loses in Game 7. Wow. Anthony Edwards, 21-10. Hopefully that's not indicative of real life. Hey guys, it's video editing version of me. It's the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals right now. It was in fact indicative of real life. And then Dallas versus the Lakers. I would love to see Dallas lose this matchup, and they take care of business by 4 points. And now we take on the 76ers, which is another team that I think we could beat. I genuinely do. We got Tyrese Maxey, Caleb Martin, Buddy Hield, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. Not a lot of playoff risers. I mean, Maxey and Caleb Martin, always been good in the playoffs. Hield and Harris, not so much. And Joel Embiid remains to be seen. So we take on the 76ers in round 2. I think that's where I'm going to end up ending this video. We have made light work of our opponents so far, and with this team, I think we have a good solid chance. Here's the matchup again. They're slightly better as far as their overall points per game, but rebounding, assists by quite a bit, and blocks is tied up. So let's go ahead and take care of business in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. If you're seeing different content on the channel, Retro Bowl, Baseball 9, I'm just trying new stuff out. I just want to continue to mess around with it. I'm still going to be making the Greg Winston career mode stuff. Just again, those videos take a while, and I've just been having fun doing other videos. So if you guys are enjoying that, subscribe so you can see more of my content, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.